understand that your perception of what a vibe of a team is your own perception. Like, because they always say Cloud9 is a meme team. Well, I mean, were they? It's like, or is that just sneaky? And were you guys, portraying
everybody?
That? Yeah.
Well, like 70% of people that followed that team literally only followed it because of Sneaky, apparently, which is like pretty dumb.
And then it was like, at a certain point, I was like, like I've watched competitive sports my whole life, and you gotta always, take it with a grain of salt. That at one point these players are not gonna be here anymore. And the same thing with this roster. I'll be, watching this roster till it's done. I'll be ready for the next roster that comes on.
Right.
Because that's just how I've always did it. Yeah, it's literally that's why I was so confused about how many people were mad about this sneaky thing. That there were some people in like the Cloud9 Facebook group. No, obviously no names, but they were just going crazy. I was like, I literally had to stop talking in this group because to let people obviously get off their freaking period, man. It was like, oh my god, dude, he's gone. Get it over. We literally had the exact same AD carry for 7 years. Like,
yeah.
Literally have the same AD carry for 7 years. Why would you not want somebody new?
Got to expand your horizons, and it's crazy because now like Cloud9 completely changed.
And I'm fine with that.
It went from being a mid to late game team to being an early to mid game team.
It's more, yeah, I agree. Because they were trying to do early game stuff, but to do early game the way they're doing it now, they have to have the early game players for that. Like Sneaky Zazel, not really early game.
Yeah,
lane players. I mean, Cloud9 had fast game times last year, but it could have been faster with obviously faster players in general who have that style. But it's more like people were like, I think one person commented in the group. They're like, "Oh my god, the crowd doesn't cheer for Cloud9 anymore. Fuck the crowd. Fuck that." You mean the same crowd that? No, wait. Sorry, you're a TSM fan. You're the same. This is the same crowd of people who chant TSM, but then are literally down TSM's throats in their Reddit, on their Twitter page, just shitting on them, right? Fuck those people. I don't care about cheer for Cloud. Yeah, okay. They're literally gonna cheer for Cloud9 when we win the split. Like, come on, hey, I don't need your fakeness. I'm cool off fakeness. If you guys want to be fake out there, that's your own personal problem.
Yeah, that's the issue about a lot of LCS like team fandoms. It's like a lot of people are so fake.
People are so fake.
They're only like loyal to their team if they perform well.
Dude,
if they don't, then they're like drop them and go to a different team.
I posted this in the freaking Cloud9 Facebook group, but obviously, it's gonna take me some time to obviously, get people to think about this. Like, people were like, "I'm gonna stop supporting Cloud9 and I'm just gonna emo geniuses." I'm like, hold on. They switched one player, and you've been a fan of this team for 4 years, and you're like, that quickly, you're gonna switch. That's why I was mad. I wasn't mad because you want to support another team. Go ahead, support your other team. No one gives a fuck. But I'm saying you left because of a change they want to make for the better. That's why I got mad.
Plus, people don't realize, like, for example, like a pretty big like aspect that I feel was like kind of slept upon, and it's kind of being brought to light a lot more in this season with EG, is a lot of people were kind of like commenting and discussing the fact that Zazel wasn't even that good of a player.
I think like he was good for 2 splits, and yeah, he was good. His thing is that you eventually start to see.
Yeah, but the way he played like lane though, like bottom, was a pretty huge part of like why Sneaky was bad in lane.
This is the thing,
it's just because of his like approach to laning.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It was just that Sneaky himself also did not play good, and it was like, okay, they were both bad in general. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But I think Sneaky's bad laning phase got blown out of proportion because of Zazel's bad laning phase too. Like they were basically, 2 sides of the same coin.
It's kind of the issue about playing bot lane. Like the duo has to be able to complement each other. Either one has to cover the other one's weaknesses, or like, they have to be able to harness the other one's advantages.
And then
so
in the group,
we're double negatives.
Yeah,
as a bottom.
It's in the group. Someone brought that Licorice was toxic. But Sneaky obviously went on Twitter on his stream first and said, "Hey, these guys don't want to play with me." He didn't even reveal the whole story. I'm like, what? I mean, I don't hate the guy. I love the man. But I was like, hey, bro, that's not cool, though. Like, that stuff should be said at the same time so people don't get the wrong interpretation. So people think that Cloud9 were obviously, what's the issue that I could say? They were like, what's the
Like
word?
abusing him.
Yeah.
Or scapegoating him, or like...
He didn't even give them a chance to say anything. He went on his Twitch first and said all that stuff, and then it made Licorice and Niski look bad. When this is the honest truth, and I don't know if anybody's watching right now. It doesn't really fucking matter. The people who are playing good did not want to play with the people who are playing like shit.
Yeah, that's just all what it comes down to.
I'm sorry.
People were
Sneaky had a bad...
like Sneaky was trolling. That's what people were saying. They're like, dude, like Cloud9 legitimately wanted to become better as an org, be more competitive, and Sneaky was just trolling and cared more about the fucking memes and fucking cosplaying.
I truly believe he did.
Trying to win LCS.
I truly believe he didn't want to lose. I really believe that because he's a competitive player. Hey, I believe that. Hey, man, I respect it. But don't come up to me and for people to come up to me and get mad at me for saying, oh my god, the players who were performing good did not want to play the players that were playing that garbage. At my job, if I actually perform bad, they're not going to want to work with me. That's just how jobs work.
Yeah. It's a very unrealistic approach.
Hello.
Hedgie's here. Hedgie, my brother. My Australian brother. How you doing, man?
Please never say that again.
Oh my
Please.
goodness. Miru, how you doing, buddy? Miru?
I don't know if he's there. He kind of has been here for a minute. I haven't heard anything.
Dog, I'm over here eating.
Oh, cool.
Let me know when y'all start.
I'm ready whenever you guys are. Just give me the okay to go. You guys good? I guess we're starting then. All right, give me 1 second. All right, I'm gonna get this episode right because I misspelled it like 8 different times.
Oh, and also remember what stream number it is. I mean,
yes, I do. I
episode
remember.
number
it's
it is
5, right? Is it 5? I don't fucking remember, dude. Honestly.
You said 5.
Hello.
You said season 2, episode 5.
There we go. Thank God for you guys. I'd be bad at this point after doing this. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right. Hello Podcast Season 2, Episode 5. We finally got all together, so we're probably going to end up having to do it a little bit more earlier, so that way we all can be in here together, because obviously we have different lives, different obligations, and we like to play League, and, I have a lot of life obligations with, YouTube and stuff like that, but we are here. Flux is here, Hedgie and Miru. How is you guys' day?
Oh, it's just so good.
So,
Could not be better. I'm feeling so happy today. I'm a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, and after us trading for D'Angelo Russell, I just could not feel better. So yeah.
Wait, you happy you got D'Lo?
Oh yeah, 100%, man. We're fucking set.
Okay.
We're actually gonna win the NBA championship next year after we trade for Devin Booker.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm happy.
all right, Miru, how you doing, bro?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Man. Hey, C9 start off 4-0. Sneaky's not gonna... Without Sneaky, Cloud9's gonna suck. Get the fuck out of here. You losers. Golly, man. I'm sorry, guys. I just always want to say... C9's gonna fail without Sneaky. He took all our... He had most of Cloud9's fan base. Shut up. God, please, man. But...
It's okay, guys. You can let it go. You can let it go.
I can't let it go, man. People are just, like... dumb, and it's just like I have never seen such people in my life, but it's okay. We have topics
I
tonight.
don't know anyone who's like that at all.
Oh,
yeah.
Right? Right?
Or Hedgie. I'm just kidding. All right, so let's go over it. All right, so you guys want to do LCS first or LEC?
LCS.
Let's do LCS.
Yes.
Sure,
Europe.
let's go. Whoa. G2's gonna win Worlds this year, so I don't want to hear that talk, mister.
I'm sorry, that actually goes to C9.
Oh, after C9 wins this year. Okay, so G2 can win next year. All right, let's go. The LCS games went to week 2 this week, and obviously there's 3 C9 fans in here, so we're gonna do this Cloud9 first because we're Cloud9 biased here. And sorry about that, guys. C9's 4-0, and for people that said we would suck in the off season, well, yeah, you're just proven wrong. That's it. We clapped literally.
It is pretty early in, to be fair.
Yes, true. But I want to just kind of revel in it while I can. Like, they've clapped literally every single team they faced.
That is true. I think what I'm so impressed about them is just the fact that like how they win the games. Not so much as like that they're winning. It's just like how they go about it. Like I can't stress how crazy it is that we finally got 3 winning lanes. Like so, like that's just like amazing. Like I think Licorice put out like an interview or some shit where he was saying that they're in scrims and whatnot. They're just always smashing the lane, which makes them get to mid game faster. And they just kind of know how to keep that momentum up. And just like fuck, man, finally we got a fucking winning lane. Like no more sneaky. I'm happy about it.
Man, holy crap, dude! I'm so happy. I'm so proud that we have been doing the same thing for so long. I've always wanted change. You know what I mean? I respect if you change and you fail because at least you tried. At least you tried to change. But doing the same thing over and over again was not working. And hey, they changed it up. It's working. Obviously, we're only 2 weeks in. That's respectable. But I believe that this is going to take us far, even if we don't win the split. I think this is a good thing for the future to look up on.
I have 2 minor things about the way we've played that slightly worry me heading into like a playoff situation against Team Liquid or World Championship, right? So I could not be fucking more happy with the way we've played. Everyone's clicking together. We have so much synergy and it just looks like we're a complete team right now. And that's fantastic. And I'm so happy with the way we're playing. But I just have these 2 slight problems with the way we're kind of winning, which could lead to us kind of struggling against better teams in the future. So, one, just winning every single lane and winning games, that doesn't work at Worlds. Like, you're not going to just run over a team like, Griffin or G2, like from last year. If you bring up a similar situation where we're just winning these lanes, like, it doesn't work against better teams. I think you saw that against Fnatic with us in 2018. We had a pretty similar start, right? When we won all 3 lanes and just dominated a Freaker. And we kind of tried to do the same strat against Fnatic, and it just doesn't work because you're versing better players and more dominant opponents. And then the only little other problem is I'm still seeing flashes of that kind of awkward blabber aggression. I think he's been much better. He looks so much cleaner. It's weird. He's playing so much better than I kind of expected him to, which I'm really happy about, and I hope he continues that. But it's going to be interesting when he kind of versus better junglers and better opponents if he can keep that form up.
Well, see, my question, because that was like my main thing about the team, where it's like, you can't go to Worlds expecting you're just going to smash lane all the fucking time. Like, that's just not going to happen. So, what does the team look like when lanes are behind? Like, because so far, like, Blabber looks good because he doesn't really have to do shit because people are getting solo killed in their lane. What does he look like when the lane is actually behind, or he actually is versus a jungler with a fucking brain? Like, what does that look like? Is he going to go into that int mode where he feels like he has to make plays even if they're not, 60-40s or something like that? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, so I think what you have to do then is you have to kind of outdraft the team. So I think you saw this a lot in SKT versus G2. I'd argue that SKT had better individual players than G2. I'm not sure if would you guys agree?
No,
I'd
agree. I agree.
Statement? Yeah. So I think SKT were a better team, quote unquote, in terms of players. But when it came to the draft, G2 just fucking smashed them every single draft, and it's even kind of against FPX. I don't think G2 were leagues beyond FPX in terms of player skill. I'd almost say they're even a tiny bit better in terms of player skill. It was just FPX just outdrafted them every game, and that just speaks leagues to how important draft is on each game. And if C9 can go to Worlds and have good drafts where they do outdraft their opponents, it's not going to matter the skill gap. It's gonna matter our synergy and how we play the draft out. And seeing how C9 have played so far, I've liked Reapage drafting a lot more this year. In just a small sample of the first 4 weeks than last year. Hopefully can continue that. I haven't seen too many picks that I've gone like, that's disgusting. Why are you picking that champion here? Like,
I mean, once again, we have a 4-game pool to look at.
Exactly. Like, so it's hard.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times he does throw in draft are kind of in the playoffs. He'll do okay during the regular season, then he'll have a few weird ones in the finals. We've had some massive examples across important games where he has had a bit of a collapse in a finals or world scenario. But hopefully he just continues to do his thing. And I have very high hopes if we continue to do that.
All right. Any players of the week. That was your guys' MVP. So basically, as I said before, for our thoughts and opinions on the week, we're gonna pick out an MVP. I'll start. Mine this week was Sven.
What about Crown?
You leave me alone. I'm gonna come to Australia and get you. Sven was my MVP. I thought he played absolutely amazing. And people said he only has been doing that on Cena. I'm pretty sure he can do that on a lot of other champions, but he's been playing great, CSing very well, team fighting very well, knowing where he needs to be, outputting as much damage. Sven is my MVP for week 2.
I really want to see what Sven looks like when Senna and Philios aren't like the thing anymore. Like we've seen what Double Lift looks like on Zaya. Like I don't really know what Sven is good at besides like Ezreal, which isn't even in the meta right now. I wonder what he's really going to look like when those two are got the meta.
The meta suits C9 right now.
I mean, for C9, yes, in general, yes, but like what AD carry has Sven looked good on outside of the two ones that are busted right now, and Ezreal. Like he played a lot of Sona last split. Like everything else just kind of seemed up in the fucking air with him. I really hope he's ready to pivot on to something good once these guys are out the meta.
But Flux, can you still are you still here?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
here.
just
I'm
making
just
sure. Yeah,
I'm
just
just
making
kind of listening and taking some drawing some
Just
points.
making sure. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys.
No, that's fine. I will say though, in regards to Sven's play, of course, he was saying it a while ago. I'm not like a primary C9 fan, but of course, I have critiqued some of the games and watched some of the VODs. I will say from the outside looking in, just because of the fact that I'm primarily a mid lane main. It seems to me a lot of the basis and the foundation for their gameplay is. I know you guys are talking a lot about Sven and talking about Blabber, but I really feel like Niski is undervalued in that whole concoction. If you think about it, Niski, I feel he does a really good job of facilitating Blabber and kind of giving him more of like a taper to a lot of his play. You guys have capitalized on the fact that, of course, Blabber is like an aggressive, confidence type jungler, but that has like the tendency of being sloppy in a lot of situations. I feel like he's kind of being like a shot caller to the jungler, which kind of feeds off and gives the team a little bit more of like an organization to branch off of. And that's very strong because if you think about it, last year, FPX, that's kind of what DoNB did with Tien. Tien was very mechanically gifted and aggressive jungler, but DoNB sacrificed a lot of his champ pool just to make sure that he was able to secure, really good skirmishes, really good team fights, and just be as effective as he could be to his jungler the rest of the lanes. So Niski's kind of doing that same type of playstyle. If you're looking at the picks he's picking, they're not really like 1v1 centric champs. They're just champions that are really good at team fight or really good at 2v2 skirmishes.
Can you guys tell me something? Can you guys tell me the honest opinion? Why does CLG suck?
Oh, yeah. Crown is underperforming. And then additionally, I just feel like they just don't do anything. They don't have a pulse as a team. They don't have a vibe. Like I feel like as an organization, they don't have a presence or
they don't have an identity.
Yeah, they don't know what the hell they want to do as a team yet.
Actually,
big issue.
I actually have two things to cover on these topics. So one with Niski, I think you're actually right, Flux, and I'd actually almost say that Niski was the MVP for week 2. Looking at the 2 games, I was
thinking the same thing actually.
Like Sven, yeah, absolutely, he's played fantastic, and you could as easily give it to Sven. But
solid.
I think he was more solid. I think Niski's more carrying, and like putting on these picks that are like. I don't know. I think Reaper actually gave him a lot of preference in the draft in terms of the picks. Like Morgana was a specific counter pick for that game, and kind of similar to Pantheon. So I don't know. I just really like the way Niski's playing.
So we got a Sven, we got a Nisk, and I was gonna say Licorice, man. Jeez.
Yeah, he's been playing. Yeah, I agree.
But see, like this is what I love about the C9 right now, dude. Like you have all 3 of these guys who are all popping off. Blabber's doing this fucking thing, and you don't forget Vulcan. Like it's crazy, man. It feels fucking good.
I personally feel like those two are just big brain. Vulcan and Niski. It's big brain. I feel like that's why Sven looks so good is because Vulcan's kind of the way he's piloting his role is very reminiscent of old Mithy in his prime.
Man.
I feel just the shot calling and the way he thinks about
Coach
the game.
In the C9
Yeah.
the C9 group or something like that, one dude was like, I don't know if it was Miro or it was Hedgie, he was like, I'm glad we've had winning lanes in like 13 years. Oh, that shit was hilarious, man. Yeah. That shit was funny.
On the CLG thing, I had something to mention as well.
Sure.
I talked about this before the thing even started, right? Mia and me had a conversation about FlyQuest, and I said CLG, looking at their roster, are a scaling team, right? And just all the players on them want to play towards late game. So you go through their roster, Ruin, he's just bad, but Wiggly, you know, he's not good at Rek'Sai, he's not good at J4. Like, he's better at like Sejuani and those sorts of picks. He's better at late.
Is that really something to even be like, you're better at Sejuani? Like,
yeah, that's so sad.
That's like being bad at Annie or some shit.
Yeah.
He's better at the support style junglers. Is
Yeah,
what he's saying.
Yeah.
the tank junglers.
Crown made his name at playing late game mids, and he's still trying to do it. Like, he's playing Cassio and all these picks that, like,
He's a Froggen style player.
Yeah, they're just kind of not good right now. Like, they don't suit the meta. Like, sure, you're a great Malzahar, but yeah, like, it's not what the meta is right now. The meta is early game, and you got to pick mids that are going to be strong early. And then you look at their bot lane, and I think Stixay is better on late game picks as well. I think he's a better Trist or a better Twitch or a better all these picks. And it's not probably the even Smoothie. Like, I think Smoothie is more an enchanter support. Like, I don't even think Smoothie's really an engaged support.
I think that's false. I mean, Alistair, he played that shit a lot.
Yeah, I think Alice is the one that he's really good at. But other than that, I think he's better at like Janna and all those sorts of picks.
I think that this is the common roster that you get in the off season where people are like, well, I mean, I'm guilty. I had him at 4th place, but it is 2 weeks in still. But this looks like a roster that you think like, yeah, if everything worked out together, then it could work out good. But I mean, to be fair, Smoothie didn't have the best last year. 6A didn't. Ruin didn't. Wiggly didn't. But hey, I mean, they could still pull it together. Maybe?
I don't know.
I
think they're just focused on scaling. Like, they just don't know how to play the early game. And Wiggly's the big one that
Wiggly
I think
is a giant
I trash on Crown.
Yeah.
As much as I like to, and I think he is a part of it, but I think Wiggly's the big one. Like, jungler is so important right now in like the first 15 minutes, and he's just throwing games.
I honestly,
it's like, what are you doing?
He's just J4 throwing it. He's just literally running it down
that
mid.
flash, dude. That flash. Oh my god.
Like, yeah, they competitively have a jungler that is just literally running it down. That shit's funny as fuck.
And with a league that actually does have some really good, not as much like amazing junglers, I'd say like Svenskeren and Broxah are probably the main two that you'd actually say are really good and can play at a international level. But like, other than that, like, most junglers are really good at early game though. I think that's where most of the junglers shine. And like, Wiggly in that category, if you look at late game junglers, Wiggly's probably top 4 or 5. But if you look at early game junglers, Wiggly just fucking falls down really quickly. Into like this 9th, 10th place, and then you got mid laner that doesn't suit the meta, and then your bot lane. I don't know. I think they were overrated coming into the split, and they just don't look good. And then Ruin. So you're not really having a saving grace up top lane. You got Ruin. So
Miro, he wanted to talk about FlyQuest. We have not touched on them yet.
Yeah.
Go FlyQuest.
Woo!
I think they're gonna crash and burn.
Well, fuck you guys.
Did you see? I saw signs in that one game they played against Dig. They look like, oh my god, Dig, you dig through really hard. Come on, man. Like, maybe they're not gonna.
I wouldn't really say dig through. Like, FlyQuest looked pretty good in that game. Like, I mean, the game against TL, that was shit. But the one against actual Dig was actually pretty decent.
Hey, counter argument. They have Igna.
I'm saying their team is actually performing pretty well. It's just that I don't know if they can really play from behind very effectively, because in the TL game they got just destroyed. Like, what was that?
I think that was TL. I don't know. It's they got destroyed by TL. It's like, I mean, people look at it as like a little asterisk because it's Surefire, but you realize like they still have 4 other world-class players on that team. So like, it's not a crazy like, oh my god, TL stopped these guys. Like, they're still fucking TL. Like yeah. So it makes sense.
And FlyQuest still have Wild fucking Turtle after all these years. Holy crap.
I mean, I don't think Wild Turtle's bad. I think him and Ignor work well together.
They got a great
like
bond right now, honestly.
Yeah, like just given the I don't want to say the aggro nature of Wild Turtle, then you just kind of like mix him up with Ignar, who's somebody who's going to play forward, who's always looking like he was looking for the flanks. Like Ignar played pretty fucking good this week. So I think that like they just go together hand in hand, where you can have someone who unlocks Wild Turtle to just kind of go crazy in the team fight, but he still has meat shields up front to help him out. So I like that.
All right. Is there any other teams or highlight plays you guys want to, talk
No,
about?
no.
Player? No, good.
Hold on.
Hedgie.
Let
Hedgie.
me think.
Just quickly touching on
Hedgie, we missed you
FlyQuest.
last week. What were you doing? We didn't see you.
I was on holiday.
Okay. Just making sure.
Actually, I wanted to highlight a player.
Okay.
He's not on a great team, but I just kind of want to talk about the position.
Closer?
Is it closer?
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh
let's
my!
discuss
He's
that
actually
player.
pretty good.
that is, in my opinion, that's a top 3 jungler right now. I mean, he's not on a great team, but like
Top 3.
you have to realize.
Top 3.
Yes. Well, I'm basing this based on the jungler's potential and the jungler's
No. Say what
alone.
You say it with your chest.
you are basing it on performance right now. I would say Closer is definitely a top 3 jungler.
Yeah.
I
Like,
just
dude.
completely disagree.
Do you not? So the thing that we have to realize right now, the junglers need to have balls in this season. They need to have balls. If they're not going to have them, then the team's going to be short on a lot of firepower. And Closer's shown, like that game versus Meteos. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like devastation within the first 10 minutes. Meteos should be so lucky his team bailed him out, and that GGS didn't have like a solid. I mean, Golden Glue's okay, but like
didn't fucking be a crackhead. And
Are we ignoring Broxer? Like we're gonna say Broxer's not like we're gonna.
Is Broxer playing right now?
That's got.
Is he even in NA right now? So shut the fuck up. He ain't here. People
Even
who
if
are
Broxer's in
performing
the-
right here.
even if Broxah was in the equation, though, he would still be top 3. Broxah would be 1 or 2 with fucking.
So-
10.
I think Close is the 8th best jungler. After the first 2 weeks performance. Yeah.
Why do you say that? Like, what do you have against?
Explanation.
Because just every other jungler's played better than him.
Besides
How?
Meteos.
I don't understand
Wiggly-
that.
Not Meteos and definitely not Xmithy.
So I think Wiggly is legitimately losing.
You guys have not seen Xmithy. I think Xmithy's worse than Wiggly.
Yeah.
Wiggly's losing CLG games.
No, Xmithy literally picks champions and ints his team. I don't agree with both teams. God, they're both garbage. Well, I'll agree with that. Yeah, they're both 10. There's no 9. They're both 10.
Shern's been really bad. I think he's below him.
Who?
I
Sharonfire?
think
Schernfire is playing at least decently.
No, he's not.
Yes, he actually is. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Okay.
He's holding his lump.
Can he at least
Yeah,
get
So-
I'm saying he's worse than Closer. I'm saying he's played
Can I,
worse than
can I get a few moments here? So just to be real,
Closer.
just to be real with you, shittiest junglers in LCS right now: Xmithy, Wiggly, and fucking what was the other one we were just talking about? I left somebody.
I was gonna say Meteos, honestly, but hey, I'm
Were Meteos in there too?
Meteos is a little higher up. Meteos is
Bro,
back.
Closer playing. Wait, he playing better than Meteos.
he's not lying. Meteos been looking real boosted out here, man. Like,
I don't think Meteos has played that bad. Like, he might have had
Oh,
one bad game.
dude,
no,
but
man, that
doesn't
C9
mean
game was bad, dude. That C9 game was bad. I know people said, oh, Blabber. No, I mean, Meteos played that actually pretty bad. He got ahead and just, I mean, he's just not being impactful the way we know Meteos can be good. I don't want to say he's bad, but he has been playing not that good.
You can't
I feel
look
like-
at Closer and go, oh, wow, he played that one good game. Let's ignore the other 3 games where he fucking inted his head off.
I'm not saying that I'm ignoring it, but I'm saying like he's actually playing good on the individual later. I can't help if the rest of your fucking team.
Yeah,
is shit,
exactly.
Like, I mean,
We're
it's
not
like
gonna-
tries to make these advantages by
That's
going
the
into the other
point
person's
as a
jungle and
jungler.
all that shit. It's what?
We're not gonna solid
To make
just
your
saying,
team look
okay,
good.
your team won. So just because your team won, we're gonna say you're like this good of a jungler.
Yeah.
Your job as a jungler is to make your team look good. So if your team's looking bad, that's bad.
That's not what the fuck. That's not gonna be on him. Like you have FBI and Keith. Like have you seen Keith's KDA? Like you can't say it. Like oh man, that team is just like. Have you seen Keith?
To be honest, if we're gonna talk about worst players in the LCS, see, this is my thing though. I don't want to give it to Keith.
Let's talk about Crown.
But
Hey, he up there, bro.
The reason why I don't want to say Keith is because of two things. I mean, if someone offers any of us an LCS starting position, we're gonna take it. That's the thing, and he's not even qualified for this role. We all knew he was not gonna be good at support. To be fair, I will give him a pass.
True.
I will give him a pass because he is doing it for a job. I mean, all of us would take the position even if we're not comfortable in that role. But as a professional, I have to grade you on that, and you're like 20th best support ever in LCS. He's worse than JJ. Come on. But we understand that, though. We knew that going in. If anybody predicted Keith to be like top 5 support, well, you're trolling. You need to stop smoking crack or anything you're doing because that is just not
You're predicting him to
acceptable.
be top 9 support. You kind of.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I'll give him a pass because like it's really not his fault though. They're putting him in an uncomfortable position that is making him look bad though. That is not his fault though.
Keith's been looking bad for some years.
I know,
man.
but this is only making it worse by putting him in a spot he is not comfortable. You can tell he's throwing Nautilus hooks at the wall and flashing into Dreadline. Like, oh my goodness, I don't want to tilt myself off his place, but I would say, yeah, it's man. Oh, another worst player that I'm thinking about right now is that Soaz is garbage, man. Like,
Oh my god,
this
dude.
French biased. Oh my, they're bad. The Immortals are just bad.
Yeah.
Xmithy stinks balls.
Yeah.
He's just trash.
Immortals do
Dude.
look pretty bad. I think Eika's been okay.
Yeah, he's
Right?
actually not been that good.
Yeah,
I think the one-
sorry.
Been okay. Like no, he's been bad, but like
Average.
how bad? Yeah, like
how
the only
bad?
real standout game where like was against C9. Like Niski just fucking shit on him. But other than that game, like he's existed, right? Like he's done okay.
I can
Give
see
the
Dude
man
is
a
like
break.
the 8th best mid laner over here, man.
I
And
can,
that's not saying much.
he's not that
No.
bad.
I know. But like I'm saying, like at least he's not like giving away games for them, right? Like Keith is every
This
season.
man got drafted Yasuo Gragas and he do a damn thing.
They drafted Karma Top in 2020. What kind of crack are they smoking?
Oh
What
man.
level of, I saw Karma Top and I was like, all right, Sienna has a free win. There's no way they're losing. If you lose to that, you suck.
Did you guys catch the Zaputine and him at the end? Oh yeah, I had to see that clip, man.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, you could tell he was like,
Woo!
what the fuck are you guys doing? You guys,
You know he was digging in that ass, boy.
Like, I'll give Ika credit. He's not been playing that great, but he's not bad either. It's not his fault. His
It's a
top
good
side.
game.
Yeah,
He's like a real
I could see improvement.
like
in his
high
side.
high ups and like really low down.
Yeah, I can
what
see a
it-
split where he gets better, but it's not his fault. His top side is literally basically loading in the game and just running it down. Like,
Dude, have you guys ever seen that game of LECU and Soaz dies like 12 times in one game?
yeah, I remember that.
That was giving me flashbacks of that this season.
We're talking about an org, that new Viper. Oh my god, because they said this in the C9 Summoning Is episode. Soaz asked them, "Hey, does Viper still play Riven?" They're like, "No." What the? Oh my god! Please,
That was
don't
pretty funny.
Get off the stage.
Immortals are,
I would get off the stage. Boo!
I
Stupid.
think Immortals are still. I think Immortals are just a bad team.
Yep.
This is a bad roster. Like, they're. I feel-
Smithy isn't the sort of carry jungler you want.
These are all a bunch of supportive players. Like, these are all supportive players.
Yeah,
None of these guys are like double lift sneaky.
Smithy has nothing to support. They're all-
He supports the trash can.
yeah, so it's like, what the hell?
For some reason, I feel like Soaz is going to turn into like Febiven 2.0, man. I feel like NA is about to really kill that man's mental.
I think
Like,
that's gonna happen for Jizuke.
No,
Oh.
I think Jizuke would handle a lot better, man.
Wait. Can I just interject, please? You just
Sure.
reminded me of like the most perfect thing. Talking about ruining somebody's mental. Tell me that you remember that fucking last like 10 seconds of the EG versus TSM game.
Oh.
The fucking Bang like throws his mic off of his head.
No, because I understand they should have won that game. That game was won. Their issue was that they should have gotten Baron earlier. They should have taken the 2 inhibs from top and bot from that quadrant, and then they actually should have team fought. What they did was that they got a Baron buff and just ran it down against. Oh my, they're just so bad. Like, if people said Evil Geniuses were gonna be the Evil Geniuses are Cloud9 2.0, shut the fuck up. They look like garbage. Come on, it's Cloud9 2.0. Well, the actual Cloud9 is 4-0. They're like what, 7th place? Come on, people here. Like,
dude,
I'm gonna write out a top 5. All right,
sure.
For players. This is gonna be really funny. All right.
Of teams or players?
No, players. All right.
What roles?
Just like overall, right? Top 5. This is my MVP race right now.
Okay.
Oh, okay. There we go.
There we go. There we go.
How
There we
you
go,
gonna
guys.
get players? Same.
No. You guys will like this except Flux. It's all good.
Wait, you got them like right now on your head, the tip of your head?
No, I'm just writing them out in the chat.
Before we get that here, okay, so we have the games for Ned next week. Not to go over all of them in depth, obviously. We have Evil Geniuses versus CLG, 100 Thieves versus TL, TSM versus Dig, C9 versus FlyQuest, Immortals versus 100 Thieves, GGS versus TSM, Dig versus C9, Evil Geniuses versus FlyQuest, TL versus Golden Guardians, and then CLG versus Immortals. So any of these games you guys can stand out, and you guys games you're looking forward to?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's a couple.
There's a couple? Alright, so shoot them out.
I mean, excited for fucking C9 versus FlyQuest and Dig, man. That's gonna be
I like that one.
huge. Like versus Dignitas and FlyQuest. Just considering like they're the next. Like if there was anyone else left to contest C9, like these two would be it. And I really want to see how these two games play out, just so to give me a better understanding of like where C9 actually is. Like, because it's like
C9 just wins both games.
I 100% think they do win them, but I want to see just like how far, like, can they keep that clean game style that they have been doing, or are they going to get pushed a little bit more, and just kind of like what does that show in the C9?
I would like to get pushed, honestly. I want to have the teams fight back.
Okay.
I think the rankings aren't really going to change much until about like the 6th week.
I agree, actually.
I'm not even sure this is a hot take.
Figure out what's going on with their rosters.
Hot take. Oh, you've had a lot of them.
Okay. It's not too much of a hot take, but if CLG lose both of these games, I think you just sub out Wiggly, right?
I would do Ruin too. Ruin got...
Depending on how the games are, like even Crown, like I know, like I'm not saying that because I hate him. Oh, I kind of am, but also like serious. If you lose to EG and Immortals, like holy shit, dude! Like you have to sub someone out. You have to change something.
I would say the top side is bad. Ruin's bad too. Like he got destroyed by Broken Blades last week. Like
you have to sub multiple people out. I think like you have to sub Ruin and
because if they go 0-6, playoffs are pretty much not gonna happen. Because you have to bank on like tiebreakers, other teams beating other teams. Like your destiny is not in your own hands. If they go 0-2 this week, playoffs, just kiss that ass goodbye. That shit's gone. Because like it's just not working out.
Yeah. Fucking
they just have those white flags and shit. Oh, Licorice. I love Licorice so much, man. He tweeted off that French tweet. Oh my god, I was in tears. This is what I want to do at one point. Tweet of the week. That shit was flames. What he typed. Oh, it was amazing. He said the French should surrender the same way they did back in the French army.
I think like every team has like one big game and the other game's bad.
It's a real nerf for the French team that you're not supposed to surrender on stage.
Oh my god.
Oh, god.
This guy.
Oh, I love this guy, man. Because this is what Zabutin deserves. This is why you don't hire people that are your friends because you like them. That is a lesson for all of you right there. Do not hire people because you like them. I like, certain girls, but that's mean I'm gonna hire them at my job.
Oh my fucking, here we go again. For Christ.
I'm sorry I have girls, Hedgie. I'm sorry I'm a ladies man, But,
how are we so off topic, man?
I'm sorry. All right, so that was LCS. We got the games out. All right, so Monday Night League viewership is not good. What do you guys feel about that?
I've been watching them just because like my team like plays on that every single fucking week. Kind of sucks because I have to stay up to watch it, but
I think it's just logical, isn't it? Like there's less teams playing, so less fans are gonna watch, right?
What?
yeah.
So the Grilly guy, the commissioner, he put out the numbers for like the first show, and I think it was like TSM versus Immortals or some shit like that. He was saying that they peaked at I think like 425K. Yeah, I think like he pretty much over 400K. In their mind, he said he didn't think that was a bad number. That was actually a pretty amazing number to have on something that was fresh like that. And then he just kind of went into detail, just kind of how like over the weeks, like you're never going to get what you got on that first day, obviously because it's a brand new product, people want to watch it. So he was understanding that the numbers are going to go down the second week. I don't really fucking mind it, man. I think it's largely part to the fact that EU can't watch it. Like I think that's a pretty big thing.
I really feel bad for the EU watchers though.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like I think standardly the most Americans that are watching League are typically watching it right now. I just think that the number that we're missing is just the EU people, which surprisingly actually is a large amount of folk.
It's actually pretty weird though.
And probably like
what happened?
just quickly, like probably fans of some other teams. Like I don't know. Like I'm thinking sports, right? Like if there was a Monday night football game for the NFL and like my team's not playing, I'm not really interested. I'm not gonna watch it. But
well, it's a pretty big, like it's a pretty big commitment.
Depends on the games. Dude. Like TSM versus Immortals is a fucking awful game. It's two really bad teams. Jesus Christ, I'm fucking. Nah.
I think it would have been better if like the power ranking that people went off of, just kind of like on paper, would have panned out the way that it should have. Like COG wasn't supposed to be second, TSM was supposed to be second. We were supposed to actually have 4 really solid teams starting off the season.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're putting their matches in that block for more people to watch it, but then it turns out like these motherfuckers suck. So it's like, well, damn, like, what do you do?
Yeah, actually, that makes sense because when we got to like, well, it is Worlds, but it makes kind of sense to it. Like SKT versus G2, peaked viewership because obviously not because they were like really big, they were also really good teams. So if you factor in,
I
like,
think it's more branding as well. Like those teams have always been the top 3 in their respective regions in terms of like, oh my god, like G2, and then G2's always in other esports orgs as well, and then SKT is always the team. When you think of League of Legends, you go, oh, SKT or Samsung. So the 2 teams you really think of. So,
then League does it where NA's like, oh yeah, you guys want to watch some TSM versus CLG El Clasico? No, the real rivalry was TSM and Cloud9. But yeah, whatever. CLG. Let's throw them in there. No one like the thing is that I think it'll take improvements because people also talked about it and they're like, well, there's not really anything different because the LCSs, well, they keep doing the same thing and people eventually it clicks and they get tired of the same thing. That's just how it works. I think if Monday Night League was a little bit more different, they'd get a lot more different people watching. Not even if you're a fan of the team. Like, I watch the games because I just enjoy watching the games. But I also would like something different every now and then. That's just me personally.
Yeah. I mean, my look on Monday Night League, like I like the idea. I love that I get to watch more League throughout the week that isn't overseas shit. So like I love like having to sit down on Monday and I can just watch 2 really good teams go against each other, but they're not good teams right now. But I say like just kind of I enjoyed like that aspect, being able to come on Monday and just watch some League. Like I love that shit. So I've been actually enjoying it a lot lately.
All right. One quick thing about the LEC. We're not going to go fully into it. It's just one quick match. You got G2 versus Fnatic. How you guys think that's going to play out?
Fnatic has like dropped a little bit this season.
Yeah, they only lost to Origin. That's it. They've been looking pretty interesting.
No, but what I mean, I'm not saying like they're not top 3 anymore. I'm just saying like I feel like before it was a clear Fnatic second place. And I feel like this season, like Origin kind of contests that spot a bit.
Origin or Rogue. Rogue looks pretty good too.
Yeah, Rogue as well. Well, Rogue is more like contesting for 3.
Sorry, Fnatic fans. Sorry, Fnatic. G2's
Rogue is kind of iffy though because of the fact that they literally the thing about Rogue is they're falling back on Inspired getting Olaf in game.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Hun Summer's a really good player.
Huh?
Like,
who?
What happened?
Hun Summer's a really good player.
He's been playing better. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
He's been looking a lot better.
He's going to be the only reason that I ain't gonna say that. Rogue is Rogue.
Say it with your chest.
I like Rogue.
I think I like her. I like that. I like her.
I think that yeah.
I think G2 will go 18-0.
G2 18-0? Hey.
Nah.
I mean, if there's anybody else that would do it, I think they could do it.
I feel like if G2 goes 18-0, man, that says something about your fucking.
Yeah, I mean, Europe stinks.
Okay, other than Origin, who can actually beat them in a game?
Fnatic?
Like, really?
Fnatic?
We'll
No, that's why I say no. I just don't think so.
Like, his Origin got pretty clapped there. Origin got destroyed, man. And, like, you know, Caps just started playing AD carry competitively. It's like, Whippo is a clown. For all you Fnatic fans, he's such a clown. Like, he's such a weird clown, man. Like, he picks things like Rengar top. How do you, if you people lose this shit? What's wrong with you people?
Fnatic might beat them. But, like, they're the only other team other than Origin that I think can. The thing that surprised me is, Schalke have looked really bad. I guess Forgiven just doesn't have a team. But,
they have, it's Forgiven versus everybody else, because Gilius is a inter. That's what he is.
I mean, he got replaced today.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he got replaced by, that fucking other guy.
If you said Kikis, I'm gonna cry.
Oh god, no, it's not Kikis, man.
Oh my
Schalke
god.
looks so bad.
This guy named Lorox. He's gonna be playing for.
I'll do a video on it after this.
Isn't he okay?
Okay. So, is there anything else you guys want to touch about EU, or just it's just G2 Fnatic because every other team is kind of. I feel bad for Forgiven. I really feel bad for them.
I love Origin though. Like, I'm really enjoying watching them play. I love Xerxes. I think Xerxes is like their best player.
It's because fucking G2 has been pushing them so hard. They're actually getting better.
It just sucks because, you know, like, Origin is good, but, you know, G2 does have star players in every single role, though. It's like, what can they really do at that point?
Well, that's a lie.
Whoa. Yeah. Wait, whoa. Are you throwing shade out here? I'm just messing with you, bro. Okay. All right. So, Miru, you read the article because I was actually gonna do this article for as a video, but what does this article actually say?
Which article?
The one about Vulcan, because I heard about it. I know mostly everything about it, but you know more about it than me, so I wanted to let you go over it.
Oh, it was pretty much an article that was written by Jacob Wolf. That just kind of went to the dealings that were revolved around Jack talking with Dignitas. Pretty much just showed just how much Jack wanted Vulcan, just kind of the lengths that he was willing to go to actually like sign him to C9. It pretty much just turned out that originally Vulcan wasn't even on the table at all for anyone to get. Like, Dig actually wanted to keep Vulcan, and I'm pretty sure that was kind of one of the reasons that Cody Sun was going to stay on Dignitas. But in other news, he never actually wanted to trade out Vulcan. But Jack came to him and realized, was like, hey, you know, we need to support. And that article says that Jack looked at Biofrost and Smoothie, but those two just wasn't a good fit for what he wanted to do, so that's when he went to Vulcan. Don't know how legit that is. I don't see why the fuck you would go for Smoothie, but whatever. So he went over to Dignitas, told him that he wanted Vulcan. The guy pretty much told him, like, hey, I want to keep Vulcan. Fuck all that noise. Jack wasn't having it. Pretty much just kind of started throwing out money to him. I can think the highest that it went up to was the fact that he wanted $1.5 million for Vulcan. He wanted Johnson, which he had to go through TSM to get. Obviously, TSM signed Johnson. He is the reason why Jack went and got Johnson in the first place, which was all alone to trade to Dignitas. He also wanted Zazel and Sven, all for Vulcan. Like, that's just kind of fucking nutty. And, like, obviously, Jack was just like, okay, I'm not going to do that. That's stupid as fuck. But the offer was on the table and whatnot. And it just got to the point where Jack was making deals with EG, but then it wasn't really like written deals. It was more just talking. And, you know, him and Dig were still kind of talking to each other, trying to figure out, you know, what they're going to do as far as getting Vulcan. And I guess, like, just by Jack holding that many players at once, it held up a lot of teams because a lot of other teams had interests in Kumo and all those guys, but Jack wasn't doing anything because he was waiting on Dig to accept the offer, and then EG had to wait for it. So it was a really interesting article, just kind of showing just like how the offseason went as far as getting Vulcan, and just the lengths and stuff that, you know, Dig and Cloud9 had to do to just make stuff happen. Like, it was just kind of crazy, but it really just shows like how important Vulcan is to C9 and just kind of like their success for the future.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Yeah, see, that part about getting Smoothie again, it was like, okay, please, I mean, like, it was all, okay, bro, can we not have Smoothie again? I don't hate the guy, but, like, we kind of had him before, we already know what he's about. Biofrost, oh, fuck that shit, fuck that noise, I don't want that dude. Hell no, he would not fit Cloud at all, like, just the way he is, like, his personality would not even come close to fitting that, but Vulcan has been great. They got a great deal, but fuck Dignitas, man. Oh my god. This is why the league is going to have so much problems. He just threw out a random valuation. Vulcan is worth 1.5 million. Like, what is wrong? This is why they paid 2 million for Huni, because they're so stupid. They're so dumb. Like, I don't know if anybody else has anything to say about that, but like, that's just so stupid. Like, you'll just throw out random numbers like that, because that ruins, like, that has a bigger problem for the future, but that they're just so dumb. In terms of money.
Who are you talking about?
Dig. Just throwing out random valuation for players and obviously barely being able to afford a roster because of the, Huni price. It's like, what's wrong with them?
Wait, you're saying they're just running throwing out money for Huni?
No. Throwing out these random valuations for players is gonna make things very inflated.
Oh.
And that's not a good thing.
I mean, considering the guy wanted fucking... Like, he actually was going to have a pretty sick roster if he was able to, like, do that whole deal where he got 1.5 mil from C9, plus Vin, plus Zazel, plus Johnson, and he already had Huni on his team. Like, all you just needed was a really good mill, and that would have actually been a pretty stacked-ass roster. So, but it obviously didn't pay out that way. I'm assuming that was probably one of the reasons why the deal with Huni was so easy to do, just considering that he had all this shit coming from Jack, potentially.
They had to have signed Huni first, though, because that is like, sign Huni first. Okay, let's get Huni a team, because obviously Huni probably had a say into how the roster wants to be ran, because this kind of sounds like a team for Huni. You have a scaling, engaging support, a pretty good ADC, and you have is it Sven from Cloud9? That was our original Sven, right? Yeah, so you have a great jungler and a pretty good mid side. I mean, that sounds like a Huni team to me. Like, a team that he would put together, obviously, but, it's just me talking and shit. So what do you guys think about that?
Happy C9 got who they got, honestly. I think it's a good roster. I think it has some weaknesses, and they will be exposed as we get later into the season. But I think because of the way the roster is structured, we might be able to get past those and actually go really far. So yeah, I'm happy with the roster and hope we continue the really good form that we're putting together.
I like the progress. I wish we could be challenged at some point, because I think it would be good overall. I don't think Blabber's been playing amazing, but he's been playing just good enough, which is fine. We all have room for improvement.
Cleaner.
Yeah. That's all I want. You don't have to be freaking Yankos, Xerxes level. Just play fine. Fine is all I expect out of him. Flux?
True.
Yeah. You have anything?
Yeah, I mean,
because you're a TSM fan, aren't you?
For me, it's like I'm not really.
Go TSM, go on.
Oh shit!
Well, the thing is like, you guys have to realize, like, it's only been like 2 weeks, guys. It's been 4 games. No, realistically.
Sorry, no. That's
like,
true.
There are a lot of teams that like have yet to show their full peak. Like, personally, I'm
trying to hold myself.
I'll touch upon TSM now that we're here, actually.
Well, because you're a TSM fan, so I want to get your perspective on it.
Yeah. So, of course, like, the synergies haven't been fleshed out just yet.
Mm-hmm.
There have been some, like, comp and draft issues. But, truthfully speaking, all the pieces are there. I just feel like there just has to have some time to, like, basically just iron out some things, which I feel like it's already shown the progress in this last week. We'll just have to see what happens this week, and I think then I can kind of draw like a serious like opinion and conclusion as to like what's going to happen in the future. But I honestly feel like there's a lot of good, like, promising things that could occur, because last year and the 2 years prior to that, TSM's biggest issue was they had no early game. They're pressing into that now, which is like really good. But it's kind of suckish because, through achieving that good early game, they their mid game. Like their mid game is abysmal now. And their best quality as a team was always late. Bjergsen was like one of the best like late game carries. So now, with that being said, they basically only have to fix their mid game and become more comfortable with each other as a team, and then that's when they'll actually peak. So once we see that, I feel like that's when I'll actually draw like a serious conclusion as to like how that team is going to be. Because I feel like right now what's going on is a lot of people, like the teams that are doing good, like C9, FlyQuest, all these teams are because they have a good grasp on meta, and they're playing a lot of things that are similar to what their comp and their players have been used to in the past. Because I feel like the reason that, like, another reason I was saying like Niski's good is because he's adopting a lot of the playstyle played in EU and Korea, and that's a good benefit because in NA people are playing a lot of like mage mids. That's what they're used to. But to be honest, this meta is more akin to like melee mids and like those types of like off meta like mid laners. And I feel like there's a lot of teams that just aren't like trying to adopt that yet they're going to have to as the meta progresses. So I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of things that are changing right now in the meta, in the stance of like the game, and the players are kind of changing along with them.
I honestly think they have a good team. I think they have a good team, and I wouldn't be surprised if they made it to the finals. But their issue is that they focus on one thing too much while just forgetting everything else. And that happens with new rosters and stuff like that. So I mean, hey,
yeah, they haven't balanced out. They haven't balanced out their what they need to do just yet. I feel like that's like pretty much it.
People keep saying Bjergsen's been sick. I mean,
that's the other thing too.
Yeah, but it's hard to say though. If any other player on any other roster was doing bad, if they're sick, then they get thrown under the mud for playing badly. But it feels like whenever Bjergsen like actually has a legitimately bad game, people always just cover for him.
I feel like he only really had one bad game.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's like all of his skill shots. Yet I feel like the other games he hit like pretty much decently on, but he's Bjergsen. Like people are gonna shout him just because he's not playing as the best mid in NA, which is like pretty wild, but it's to be expected at the same time.
I think we covered everything, didn't we? We got everything done, didn't we?
And mediocre.
Kind of went by pretty fast tonight, but it's whatever.
We haven't done our predictions.
Unless you guys want to do those. If you guys want to do those, we can. If you want to. Since it went by pretty fast. Okay. So let's go to NA, our lovely, lovely country. Alright, you got first day, Evil Geniuses versus CLG. Who you guys got?
EG should get that, I think.
Alright, if EG don't win this game, I'm down on them. They're done.
Oh god, that's a tough one. I think
they'll win it though.
Just win, right? I don't know. EG have thrown some games, so I don't know. These two teams are really bad.
But at least EG has tried to win, though. Like, you can see where it's coming together. CLG has just looked like crap.
I'm gonna give EG. Yeah.
Miru, what do you think?
I'm pretty sure that Evil Genius is gonna get him. Well, I don't think COG is coming back.
That sucks. Oh god.
Anytime soon.
Oh lord, I feel so bad. Rip my power rankings. TL versus 100 Thieves. What you guys got?
TL versus 100 Thieves. Well, Brox is here, right?
Oh yeah.
He's not playing this week.
Yeah, I guess he's. I don't know if he'll be ready by that time, but
he's not playing this week. He's already said it.
I think TL win either way.
Yep, TL. All right, TSM versus Dig.
I don't know.
This one, I don't know.
This is a pretty interesting match right here.
I feel
like
going
that's
to say
match of the week because it depends on two factors.
Yeah. Okay.
It depends on if TSM like continues to progress. Like I feel like if they click by this week, we may see a completely different team.
That's like TSM's been improving every game. Like you can see the levels in their play. Like it's actually going up. They're getting better. I feel like they could probably take Dig.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna give it to Dig. Sean.
Oh, I'm torn on this one. Ooh, cause Dig. Oh man, this is a toss up. I'll say Dig for this one though. So you got C9 versus FlyQuest. If I didn't go for C9, I'd be trolling myself. There is clear cut holes in FlyQuest's game plan that involves. It's not drafting. It's more like I think C9 just does FlyQuest's style just better. That's how I think it is.
I don't even think they even do C9's style. I don't think anyone does C9 style. Like, I talked to someone else. Like, I feel like C9 is like what TL wants to get to, like as far as like play style. Like, because I think Double If had put out a
C9
interview.
are trying to play like Chinese teams.
I'm all for it, but I know like Double If he put out that interview where he was saying like he wants to have more identities around the team as far as like different play styles they can do. Like they've been playing through him for so long, like he wants to be able to have like other styles at play because that's what's going to actually get them far at Worlds, and that's something they're trying to work on. Which I think C9 is actually like doing that. Like they've shown they have very good picks. Like Niski's been playing a whole lot of different champs and whatnot. Like I think that gives their team like a bunch of different like styles of play that they can do, and I don't think anyone else in the LCS is actually kind of mimicking that. Which I like to say, FlyQuest, like I don't think they got anything.
All right, let's go to day 2. Sunday, first match starts at Immortals. Oh, good lord, Immortals versus 100 Thieves.
Wait, we all said C9 wins, right?
I do.
Wait, TSM versus Dignitas is on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, they switched it now.
Huh?
Wait, what?
So for the last 2 weeks, they had TSM play on Sunday and Monday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean here. I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
For the viewers, man, the viewers.
Viewers got to get there. 100 Thieves versus Immortals, man. This should have 5,000 people watching. What kind of game is this? Jesus. Immortals, yeah, 100 Thieves is winning. I don't even. These teams are both trash.
100 Thieves is a really good team, actually. I think I just need to get a few things together.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm almost there.
This is Ryoma, man. I'm still not impressed by this guy.
Is my opinion.
Like he played better this week, which I hope is just the stage fright or whatnot. But
yeah,
he still hasn't done anything, man.
As a rookie, I just feel like he just plays with like way too much jitters, and it influences his judgment.
It's like, why be afraid, man? Why be scared? Why be anything? You're on fucking 100 Thieves. Like, no one is expecting anything. Just play. Like,
no one really cares if you do absolutely anything. Just go for it. You know what I mean?
Doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to beat C9, I'll tell you.
I mean, yeah. Like, come on. This is my advice to players like that. It's like, come on, Ryoma. Like, do something. Like, let's be honest here. They're most likely not going to Worlds, and they're not going to go to MSI. So why not play like your job is on it? Like, come on. Their best shot and their best hope is going to playoffs, so you might as well go for all these plays because the best shots are the ones you never take. Golden Guardians versus TSM. Oh shit! Oh crap!
Oh, that's gonna be TSM for sure.
Oh, Golden Guardians, man, they need to kick Keith.
Who did Golden Guardians upset last week? I can't remember.
It was Little Geniuses, right?
Yep.
That's a yikes.
That's a oh god. Hey, maybe they might get a momentum swing from that game, and they're going like 15-0 after this game. But I don't.
Keith still went 0-5 in that game, by the way. I just want to mention.
Okay, there's no magical powers for these guys. They're doomed. But hey, Miru, you were right. They are not 10th place material because that goes to Immortals. They are 10th place material. That is just.
Oh yeah, I told you. I don't think they're bad. But their bottom lane is.
Oof.
I don't think Golden Glue's been standout, but I don't think he's been like terrible. Like he's just kind of doing NA mid shit. But like their bottom lane is just oof. Like I think they're really top heavy, which I kind of attribute that close to just a god. Like I love that guy, but the bottom lane over there is just ass.
It's like the worst one in the region
by far. That's what Forgiven would say. All right, you got C9 versus Dig, and before you guys talk,
that's gonna be
I'm gonna slide
amazing.
to the bathroom. I'm gonna slide to the bathroom super quick. You guys keep talking. I'll be right back in like 2 seconds, okay?
We give C9 the win, I think. Like, I don't see a way Dignitas beats us.
I feel like if they play what they've been what they've been doing these last 2 weeks, like I don't think any of them are going to lose lane to any of those guys. I feel like the only way that Dig comes out on him is just like C9 tried. That's not going to happen. I feel like it's like C9 has been trying like a different approach, a different team, or something like that. Like they have to literally throw for them to lose it. But I mean, I might be giving too much hype to C9. Dig isn't bad.
Really good, and like I don't know if Niski has a bad game, that could be a factor. But I don't know. I think C9 overall just has a better roster, and I think they'll win. But I think Dig has a chance. Like I'll give them a shot, but I think it is more likely that C9 will win.
So that's why I feel like if FlyQuest or Dig don't really show anything to C9 this week, or they don't really give them a run for their money in the loss that they're going to take, I feel like C9 just kind of coasts to the fucking championships, man.
What about TL? We're forgetting TL though.
Oh well, in the second, that's the only thing I'd really be excited for. Like in the second half of the split, where they have that rematch. Like then, yes, I do want to see that shit. Like that's going to be.
I think it will be a Cloud9 TL final. Like I just don't see a team beating C9 or TL in a 5.
I mean, I'm not gonna downplay TSM, man. Like they seem to just always pull some shit out of their ass at the last minute and come skeeting through, man. Yeah, like Bjergsen, like that. He just knows how to turn it on at certain fucking times. So it's like I don't really want to count them out.
I just don't like their roster.
So guys...
I'm just gonna sit in the back corner and watch it all unfold.
I just don't like TSM's roster. Like I just don't think it's that good.
Their roster is pretty.
I don't think Cubby's that good.
Dude, Cobby put some work in this week. Like,
yeah,
I was actually pretty happy for the guy.
So you have to realize Cobby and Sven are basically the same player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They literally are.
I'd say Sven's a better version of him.
I wonder if you would have said that last year when he was.
Also, they played different champions.
Yeah.
Did they play different champions like that?
Yes.
I guess Cobby never played Sona.
I think Cobby played a couple of more games of Misfortune.
Yeah.
Played Felios at different times.
I think Cobby prefers scaling and like he's happy to give up lane sometimes if it's for the team composition, but I think Sven's more just win lane.
I don't know about that. You do realize Sven, like that's the reason why Ezreal is the best champion. He plays economy ADs. You know what that means? Like basically it just means that
what that means. Yes, my friend.
Yeah. He'll play.
That's the only one.
He'll play without resources.
Also, his best champion's Caitlyn, since Sven.
Yeah.
Which is just shove the lane. ADC. He's played Aphelios and Senna, which are both reasonably lane controlled, particularly Senna. Ezreal can be played in a bit more of a aggressive manner.
Well, because
which Sven likes to play.
People keep talking about him only being good on those two champions. I mean, like in a competitive environment, you're gonna play what wins, obviously. So, like, if the meta shifts and there's two other different ADCs to play, then I mean, it's basically the same thing's gonna happen. Like, people play what's good in the meta because the meta is what wins. That's what I'm gonna say.
Didn't Senna like just get nerfed too in 0.3?
Oh yeah, and so like, so like if she gets nerfed,
so next like 2 weeks she's not gonna get played anymore.
I guarantee you he'll play someone different, and then the same thing will go, well, he only won because he was on this meta champion. That's literally any comp in any team in existence. They play the best champions because they win. That's just how it works. If he played the worst champion and won, I would not like that because that does not give him the best shot at winning. That would be stupid drafting if you got that. Imagine if you're on a team and they give your ass fucking... Who's the worst ADC in the game at the moment? Like, the worst you could think of. Isn't it like...
The worst who?
The worst random ADC you could think of right now at the moment.
Kalista.
Keith? Oh, my bad.
Oh, fuck.
Never mind. Yeah, Kalista.
Nerf doesn't do anything.
It's just like, like people probably need to understand these teams are going to pick the best champions to win. Like, I wouldn't want him going on stage playing like Quinn to win it and shit. Like, come on. I don't want him doing that shit. Come on. Like, who's going to do that? Like, I want you to play the best champion so you have the best shot at winning. Like, like being all flexible like G2 and shit. Well, you're not G2. Like, come on.
Champions aren't just individual champions aren't the way to draft though. You want to draft a composition that aims to do something together. You don't just pick the best champion available. The point is building a composition that achieve something, whether that's late game scaling and halting the game, or early game and winning every lane and controlling with a control heavy jungler like Lee Sin, or controlling the other game. Like you want to achieve something with your composition, which is the best comps. Like sometimes I hate compositions that some teams pick, particularly in the NLCS, because they just pick fucking the best champion in each situation, and then you've got a bunch of champions that don't synergize well and don't do the same thing, and then it's just a fucking mess. Like C9, they've picked comps that win lane and control the early game, and then from there it's really easy to win instead of just picking a bunch of fucking random champions, which a lot of teams do.
It sounds like my solo queue games. Holy crap.
It's like, sure, Aphelios is a good pick, or MF's a good pick, or Senna's a good pick, but if you don't pick them with champions that go well with them, then it's fucking pointless.
Alright, you got FlyQuest versus Evil Geniuses. What do you guys think about that one?
FlyQuest.
I'll say FlyQuest, yeah. I don't think there's much Evil Geniuses can show me. Like, Kumo's been improving, but their bot lane, man. Like, Zazel is... Oof, man.
He's so bad. Like...
It's just so bad.
It's just so bad, yeah. Like, I'd rather Sneaky be on the team than Zazel. I think Sneaky was a better player than Zazel, but that's just me.
Yeah, I'll say FlyQuest. Last two games are on Monday, obviously, guys. And we got TL versus Golden Guardians. Oh, my lord.
Jesus.
If TL don't beat them... Ugh. It's the last game is the most trollish shit ever.
Yeah, you've got the opposite logic.
Yeah,
like, let's put the two worst teams.
Riot's like, yeah, Monday Night League viewership is down. The last game is CLG versus Immortals. Oh my fucking god, dude. Commissioner Greenlee, hey, Monday Night League is low viewership. Let's put the fucking last two worst teams in the league.
Let's put a bunch of silver players on and see what happens.
Hey, bro, I'll go on the stage if I'm a silver player. I got no shame.
I wonder if, like, why did they put those guys there? Like, because they know they obviously are supposed to put the most hype matches on Monday, you know, for the viewers and all that shit. Like, why would you go out of way to put Immortals on there? Well, I guess they thought COG was going to be a good team. Like, I guess they can't really change.
If you started the season, right, on paper, and you looked at the two best games, then I think C9 FlyQuest and TSM Dig, if I was just going off what I saw on paper, those would be the two best games.
Man, because next week...
Even 100 Thieves versus TL wouldn't be a terrible one to put on.
It just feels like this schedule was done so early, because this is like the first time in a long time I've seen such a bunch of bad games all lined up. Like,
well, I mean, they have to do it in advance.
Yeah, that's true. Next week, though, we got El Clasico, C9 versus TSM. Oh, I can't wait for that shit. Let's go. Next week is going to be lit. All right.
7-0.
Hell yeah, let's go. I'm ready for that 9-0 first half of the split. I'm ready for it. All right, but Broxa has been confirmed for TL, guys. What does this mean for, you know, the league? I think it's better for the league. Now TL can stop giving TL excuses. Oh, the only loss they did at Broxa. Shut up. What the? Yeah. Because everybody else is just dog shit.
Shenfire's 15-0, and then everyone else is in team. Well, if they had Brock...
Freaking Shenfire is not the reason why they lose games. Like, you guys are just... Come on. Literally, like, they've been losing. They've been losing. Yeah. Like, he's not horrible. People are making, like, oh, they're only losing because of Shenfire. It's not really... it's so hard to talk about.
But he is.
In a way, yeah. So, TL fans, now you can have no excuses when Cloud9 claps your ass the next time we face. But, you know, hey, it's all good, though. It's all good.
You know Flux is right here. Like, he is...
Flux is...
He's in the cold.
Flux is gone. Flux is gone.
What?
Flux, you want crack or something?
Yep.
Oh, shit. He's found me out. Fuck.
God. All right, abort mission. All right, anything you guys want to say before we go out, or did we miss anything? Because we got everything, didn't we?
Ignar for MVP.
Ignar will be the best support. Yeah, hey, he said he's gonna be top 4.
Best player in the league. It's the best.
Best player in the league by far is Hanser. No, don't at me.
Hang on. No, it's Keith.
Keith is the best player. Don't at me at all.
Imagine that world.
You know you're in trouble when you go 0-5-3 in a fucking win. Like the only game you win, you go 0-5-3. Like holy shit.
He literally. If you just pay attention to just Keith, he hard runs it down. It is.
What were they? What ran?
They wanted to get Vulcan, Hakuo, or somebody else, and they didn't get them. Or there was something that happened, and he was like, I want somebody in the bot lane with hands, which means he wanted somebody aggressive. But didn't they have Huhi on support anyway? When he role swapped sooner,
Does Ole have a roster?
He's
on the academy thing.
He's on Dig Academy with.
Yep.
Oh my god! Like,
Ole is an import too, though.
Ole sucks too.
Oh, I don't care. Like, it's Keith. Get him out of there, dude. Like, put me on the fucking team.
You play in the LCS. You come in the podcast. I'm flaming you. That's it.
I'm a jungler, dude. So
that's even better for me.
Blabber's spot.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take over for Licorice's spot. I'm gonna be C9's first black player. That's how it's gonna work.
Dude, honestly, there are like no African players except for one Afro.
But
so
no, it's a culture thing. You know what I mean? Black people, I'm gonna say, really don't have like
be really light about where you tread with this topic.
Certain cultures don't really admire to video games, and that's perfectly fine. Asians admire to video games very, very well. Certain black culture does not. So, do you really? I truly, honestly, I expect to see more white people in video games than black people. That's just how it's just no racist. It's just it's just how it's always been. There's more white people in video games than black people. That's just how it works. Because that's how I've seen it. I might be wrong. It's my own personal opinion, but.
Dude, I hope fucking EDG get coronavirus, dude. Fucking hate that.
Oh my god! You're going to hell! Oh my god.
Fucking RNG get coronavirus.
I can't lose Uzi, man. Uzi's the best ever. But yeah, anything you guys want to say before we close out?
Inter.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I thought we had a good time. We had a great time. You guys had a great time or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah. I mean, it would have been better if you went here, but yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm the king. I'm the man. I am the big daddy around here.
Okay.
You guys got any
plans?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the sarcastic shit I've heard in my life.
Yeah.
The new C9 merch went up to... Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry, guys. Bye. See you later. Have a good day. And yeah, C9's going to win the split.
Hey guys, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more stuff.
Yeah, thank you.